If you're a Disney fan, then stick around, because you're about to discover 10 behind-the-scenes facts about the animated version of Mulan. Not the live-action version that can now only be seen on Disney Plus because COVID-19 ruined going to the movies in 2020, but I digress. It took 5 years for 700 animators, artists, and technicians to complete the film, and it was the first animated feature created by Disney's feature animation studio in Florida that went on to make Lilo and Stitch and Brother Bear, but then was closed down soon after. Mulan is based on stories of a legendary Chinese warrior, Hua Mulan, who, like the Disney character, disguised herself as a man to keep her father from going to war. The earliest known record of her story is the Ballad of Mulan, which is a Chinese folk song from the 6th century, but many versions of Mulan's story have been around for more than 1,500 years, so nobody knows for sure if Hua Mulan was a real person or not. Mulan's name and her pseudonym Fa Ping have an interesting correlation. Mulan means flower, wood, orchid, and Fa Ping, when translated as Hua Ping, has the same pronunciation as flower pot, so it seems that Mulan made a clever joke when she chose to go by flower pot when her real name means flower. The song A Girl Worth Fighting For stirred up some controversy in the test screenings because of its lack of political correctness due to the song's chauvinistic message. But the filmmakers kept it in the movie anyway, because their point of using the song was to set up how Mulan will change the men's point of view on women in the end. There was also some controversy with Asian viewers about the emperor bowing to Mulan and allowing her to hug him, since those actions are completely unacceptable in Chinese customs. But again, they were kept in the movie because of how they served the plot. Mushu almost had a song in the movie called Keep 'Em Guessing, where he would teach Mulan how to pretend to be a man. The songwriters wrote 3 different versions of the number, but none of them were used, because it was decided the song was slowing down the story, and the filmmakers also found out that Eddie Murphy didn't want to sing in the movie anyway. Perhaps he was still self-conscious about his failed attempt at a music career in the late 80s and early 90s. There are several creator cameos that were hidden in the movie. The film's directors are depicted lighting fireworks at the end of the movie, and the calligraphy written on the stones in Mulan's family temple are actually the names of the filmmakers. The action movie star Jackie Chan was the voice of Shang for the Mandarin and Cantonese versions of the movie, and he also sang I'll Make a Man Out of You in both languages and even filmed the music video. There's also some famous voices in the American version that you may not have known about. Mulan's singing voice, Leo Salonga, also sang for Jasmine in Disney's Aladdin. The first ancestor was played by Star Trek's George Takei. Pat Morita of Karate Kid fame was the Emperor, and legendary voice artist Frank Welker was Khan the Horse. There was a lot of speculation over how to portray the general's dead army, because the Disney executives were very concerned over how much gore to show. The animators presented 3 different versions of the dead army, all with varying levels of detail. So what you see in the movie is the medium level of gore they agreed upon. Mulan as a character is quite a departure from the traditional Disney princess formula, because she was the first for a lot of things that had never been depicted before with a Disney heroine up to that point. For example, Mulan wasn't born to royalty, nor did she marry a prince, so she was the first Disney heroine not to be an actual princess. She's also the first Disney princess to be raised by both her biological parents for her entire childhood. She never sings about her love for a hero or prince, and she's also the first princess to be visibly physically wounded. Click on the playlist up above for facts about other Disney films, or click on the suggested video down below it to discover more fun facts about your favorite films.